Hi guys and welcome to my channel. So yeah, it's been a month. I mean, I have posted last week, but it was like a video I filmed like a month ago anyway. So yeah, I mean, new month, new me. So anyways, this video is gonna be me telling you guys how my last month has been like. But anyway, so let's get started. So I wrote a few things on my boogie board. But anyways, so starting from last video, which was tip cutting my hair from my college ID. I know, I have amazing video ideas and I thank you for it. So, but yeah, starting from that video, I mean, there's not really anything much to say about online school. Besides the history homeworks I was given. Literally 35 pages, I kid you not, 35 fucking pages. Here's a few pictures of me once I was done with the homework. I was doing the homework for a good like 3 days, and I kid you not, it was living hell, literal hell. So yeah, I have good news about online school and bad news about online school. So I passed my mathematics, which I was failing like hardcore. I think I was like in the middle 40s or something. And so I got to pass at a straight 60, I think, or it was like 61 or something like that. So that was cool. I pretty much passed everything except from history. So you know what that means? Summer school. Yeah, it really sucked. But here's the interesting part about this bad news is that instead of the course being $300, it was $200, and instead of summer school being 2 weeks, it was 3 days. It was 3 days at school. It was awful. Just imagine having a class of history for like 3 days straight. It was like the most boring days of my whole life, and I'm not even kidding, obviously. Oh, and once again, these aren't my real glasses. I mean, I don't even wear glasses because my vision is pretty much a 10 out of 10. Not to brag. But yeah, I'm pretty much wearing them because I was like hating on my hair all day, and I was like, maybe some glasses will fix it, and it hasn't, and it's not. But you know what? I'm just trying my best, so. But yeah, anyway, so summer school was great. I mean, no, it wasn't. What am I even saying? Not at all. I was alone. I mean, no. I had my friend that was working next to my school, but she was pretty much occupied my whole stay. So I pretty much didn't want to bother her because the times I would get to see her, she was pretty much busy. So, you know, I was like, you know, she's working, so I'm not gonna bother her, as I said before. Anyways, so my days pretty much what the hell, so my days pretty much were me waking up, and then I mean going to school, being like all stressed out, and then I would attend school and I would be like, it's not that big of a deal actually, and then the next morning I would be like all stressed out again about going to school. We've been new. But yeah, so then I would get bored all day, and I would like draw on a sheet we were given that you can get suspended from school. But yeah, so I would draw on that paper as she was talking, because in a way it kind of helped me to concentrate and listen to what she was saying. Because if I was just looking at front, I would just kind of like get bored and I would think my thoughts away. Yeah, I didn't want that to happen, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna draw on a paper or whatever, and whatever happens, happens. So I feel like that's the quote of something. But anyways, so then lunchtime would come around, and so I would pretty much go outside because we had to go outside. We couldn't stay inside because of... So I would pretty much sit like all by myself in like a shadowed corner and just like watch YouTube videos for like 20 minutes. And then I would go on a walk and like listen to like music or just like podcasts or whatever. And so yeah, that was pretty much it. It was pretty fun because it was like the first time of my entire life that I was walking like willingly, and not just like my parents pushing me out of my house, well, out of our house. Anyways, So yeah, it was pretty great, honestly. Would I do it again? No, I would rather just do nothing at home and not be at school. And the other thing is that I still have to go do my exam. It's gonna be on the 23rd, which I think, no, this video is not going up on the 23rd. But anyways, so that's when I'm gonna be taking my freaking history exam. Please pray for me. Thank you. But anyways, so enough rambling and let's get back to where we were left at. So anyways, 2 months prior to that, or a month, I don't even know, there was this huge like bee, I don't know, like freaking tornado in the back of my house, and I have it filmed, and it just was like crazy because there was like these bees flying around, and at first we thought they were wasps. So yeah, we were scared because we were like, hopefully they don't like end up staying at our house or whatever, or just like start building a nest wherever, you know, in our backyard. But luckily that didn't happen. They ended up staying at our neighbors. So I have 2 pictures of like the 20 pictures my neighbor shared with my dad, so I will show them here, and I will also show the video of them flying around if I still haven't. They ended up posting an ad on Facebook, if not an ad, but just like looking for someone that knew about bees and was looking to free them or whatever. And now they live wherever, I don't even know, somewhere in Quebec. So, but yeah, so anyways, so then on the 25th came my graduation day. I mean, it was pretty weird because they were trying to make the graduation thing happen, and you know, they didn't want like viruses and stuff to spread, so it was like very strict. So we basically graduated outside, but before getting outside there was like this huge, like pretty much labyrinth inside our school. I mean, in each hallway there would be like these surprises that we would get. So that was that, and then we got outside, and then we just sat on chairs in our school entryway, kind of. And so then my ECR teacher made a speech about, I don't even know, I wasn't really listening because I was like, you know what, I don't really care, I'm just here to graduate, you know, even though I didn't even pass history, so who knows if I'm even graduating. Yay, nice, we love getting diplomas. And so then she was like, 3, 2, 1, and then we lifted up our hats and we graduated. So there was that. Then came the time for me to sign other people's albums, but people were starting to leave because the group I was in, because there was like different groups, there was maybe like 10 groups, I'm not even sure, each 15 minutes that would like walk through the school. So my group was the last one, and while they were waiting for us, they could basically like other than that, I spotted kind of like a bubble in my wall, kind of like as if it was like humid / there was like water spreading or whatever. So I told my parents, and they were like, we need to rip your wall and we need to see what's up because it could spread and it could end up like costing a lot of money. So I was like, nice. So they were like, okay, so we're gonna need you to move your bed. So I was like, no, because I love having my bed in this direction, and so I had to sleep like in that direction. So then they ripped my walls. I have a few images of it, and then I had to paint my wall, so I had to sleep multiple nights just like having my bed that way. And I was just like honestly depressed for some reason, which is so dumb, but I think it's just because I spend so much time in my room that I'm just like, I need it to be like the way I want it to be. So then after all of that wall painting drama, I ended up looking for a new job, and so I got a new job. Yay. Pretty excited, and I'm also like kind of scared, but anyways, first off, I went to Canadian Tire, and so it went great. I was pretty much nervous the whole time. And then I went to Renault Depot, which is I don't even know, it's kind of like Canadian Tire, but not really. And so I entered the Renault Depot, and I was like, I'm sorry, where do I go if I want to give someone my CV? And so she was like, can you clean your hands first, because there's a freaking pandemic right now, obviously. So then she was like, it's that way, and I was like, fine. And then I realized that I was not even holding my CV, I was holding a blank sheet of paper. So then I had to go back to my car and get a CV. So then I walked up again to another stranger because I forgot where it was at. So I was like, I'm sorry, do you know where I can speak to the manager, like full on Karen mode? And he was like, oh yeah, I am the manager. And I was like, nice, okay, cool. So then he was like, okay, so your CV, huh? And what year are you in? And so I was like, I mean, I'm gonna go to Cégep next year. And he was like, I'd rather take people that are either in their high school years or in their college years. And I was like, well, I'm between that, and I'm literally like your best candidate, you know, like what the hell is going on? Just tell me if you don't want to take me. So yeah, and then I basically ended up leaving, and I was like, well, I'm not working there. So then we were leaving, and my dad and I realized that I had one CV left because 2 of my other CV were actually blank papers. So that was actually really fun. So then my dad was like, okay, well, I guess for your final CV we'll go to Rona. And I was like, oh no, I'd rather go to that place. So my dad was like, okay, well, yeah, sure. Then I went and I was like, hi, so I have a CV. And she was like, there's someone with a CV. And so then she told me the manager would be arriving in like a few seconds or something. So 10 minutes later, she grabbed my sheet and she took a stylus and she was like, okay, so are you good with electronics? Because where I will work, they are selling pretty much electronics and whatnot. So I was like, no, because, you know, I still have an iPod and I'm not really experienced with other technological objects. I mean, I didn't say that because obviously I didn't want to expose myself like that. So I was like, no, I'm not really that good. I can get my way around it, but I'm not the best at it. And so then she was like, okay, I'll call the manager. And I was like, oh wait, so you're not the manager? What the hell? Just call the manager already. I want to leave. So then she called the manager and he ended up arriving like 2 minutes later, I think. And so he was like, come to my bureau. And I was like, okay, sure. Then he ended up asking me questions like, where are you going to go to college next year? And I was like, this school. And he was like, well, that's pretty far away. Are you sure you're gonna make it? Because the school I'm going to, I mean the college I'm going to next year, I mean, it's pretty far from my job anyways. So I was like, no, but you know, I will just like show you my horaire. I don't remember the word, but horaire. And we can try to, you know, get around it or something. And he was like, okay, sure. So I was like, so then he was like, well, go in my bureau and I'll give you my card so that you can email me your info and your stuff like that. So I was like, oh wait, we aren't in your bureau. So then we went up to his bureau and we didn't talk, and it was like a long walk. What I've been doing on my breaks, I've been doing either Animal Crossing, binging Brooklyn Nine-Nine, hanging out with my family or friends, and that's basically much it. But 99% of it is just like me watching YouTube videos on my like bed actually. So yeah, that was my update. Thank you so much for watching this video. I thought it was pretty boring, but I was like, you know what, why not film an update even though I just was gone for a month. Anyways, I'm not even making sense, so I think I'm just gonna leave. It was nice being here. Bye. I'm so tall, my knees just like showed up. Okay, how am I gonna end this video now? Oh no, I'm wearing socks. Well, okay. Bye.